What's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to the channel One Man's Walk. I am your host Gamal, back at you with another one. So what do we have for you today? After what took place earlier in the verses, we finally got to the main event. Omarion, Mario. Yeah. So it's super late. I'm super tired. My throat was sore. Had a sore throat today, not screaming or singing to that, but had a sore throat legitimately. But I'm here to do this verses for you guys, so I hope you enjoy the recap. Let's get to it right after this intro.
Clean your house music. You can clean to.
Welcome back. So like I stated, we are going to get into the Amarion Mario versus, but of course, you know how we do. We got to get the housekeeping out the way. If you guys have not already done so, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post bell notifications so that way you don't miss any of this amazing content. Of course, I was able, because of the foolery that took place earlier, I was able to make this a two-part video. First versus that it was broken up into two parts. Behind me is the recap. If you want to see it, Pleasure P, Sammy versus Ray J and Bobby V. So I give my thoughts on that. You see that behind me as well. Also, the Drake album is up. What else is up right now? We have two new videos that'll be coming next after this versus. I do got the 380 Onyx as well as the white bone color of the 350 V2 Yeezy. So check for those as well. But definitely some different things on the channel. Oh, Tupac Me Against the World. I know a lot of people are enjoying that right now. So the Me Against the World recap is up. But to this versus right here, I want to say, while it took a while for them to come on, obviously, not to rehash what took place earlier with the opening acts, but even after the opening acts, you would have thought with the amount of time that the opening acts had taken up that Amarion and Mario would both be ready, but for whatever reason they weren't. And so we still had to wait enough time for them to kind of come on stage, which then gave me enough time to do the video. So I guess I can't complain, but it's super late now. Like I said, felt a little under the weather, and so, you know, but hey, here we are. You guys know how I feel. The props is always here, so it's real. In the last video, I had the Pleasure P. I do have a Marion CD right here. A favorite of mine. I do love this 21 CD Icebox Obsession made for TV. There's a couple records I did love on this one. I thought I had the Touch CD too, the O CD, but maybe I don't have that one. But Amarion's my guy. I rock with Amarion. I do think that he does a good job. As far as the music is concerned, I do like the records that he puts out. I do like the tracks and things. So my thoughts from it, once it actually did start, and again, this is super late. It ran so late that I believe they said, I watched it on, I don't have social media, so I watched it on Verzuz TV on YouTube. And for them to say that they had to cut it short, or not cut it short, but they had to stop it just to allow for IG to reset because 4.5 hours had passed, and that's the longest you could be on live, is nuts. That is how long we were held hostage in the other video. Feel free to check that out. So I think they both did a good job for different reasons. Let's go ahead and get to it. So I do have some notes, some thoughts on it. Mario bringing out the B2K impersonators. At first, when he said he brought out B2K, I was talking to my wife because I was watching in the basement. She was watching in the family room because, again, I had a sore throat, so she was trying to, you know, be a little bit separate from me. And she was like, is that really B2K? And I was like, I don't know, babe. And it wasn't until they did the close-up of the faces that I was like, okay, it's not B2K, it's impersonators. But it was super funny. At first, I thought he did bring out real B2K, and I was like, that's wild. Wild, highly disrespectful, pretty funny in as itself. But that was cool. They both, so Mario is the better singer, right? I'm not here to deny that. I have the Amarion CD. I was rocking with Amarion, but obviously Mario was the better singer. Mario was out there dolo, putting in work. The one thing he said that I kind of didn't like is he's like, yo, this is Verzuz. What's up with all these antics? Now, some of the things Amarion did was a bit wild, right? I'm not here to not say that. The Bria's interlude, which is an all-time favorite of mine from the So Far Gone mixtape. I don't know if it's on the album version, but definitely on the mixtape version that you can find on that Piff, has always been fire. The coming out with his brother who looked just like him with the watermelon thing, it's a bit extreme for me. As well as the laying on the ground, gyrating on the microphone stand, bit wild as well, right? So there were some antics there, I can see that. But Mario, at this point in time, we have seen so many verses in which Verzuz is more than just the singing, more than just the rapping, right? We went through that with the Dipset Locks verses, which I did recap because I was there live in the building. Feel free to check that out as well. But we went through that where Cam and them were like, what do you mean? Why are you doing freestyles? Why are you doing this? It's supposed to be your hits. You don't have enough hits. No, Verzuz is whatever you put your pen to, whatever you've sung on, whatever you're featured on, whatever video you danced in. Like, all of it is fair game in Verzuz. And so you have to know Amarion is, and you guys did a tour together. So you know Omarion is going to be putting on a show in which he's not known necessarily for just his singing like Mario is. Omarion is known for his overall stage presence, his dancing. Like, all of that is a big part of what the package is with Omarion. So when he says that, it kind of reminds me of, like, you know, when you watch a movie and you see all type of wild stuff happen, and then this one thing happens and you're like, oh, this is just too fake for me. I can't. What do you mean? Like, it's all part of it. You know what I mean? Like, you watch Fast and Furious movies. We see him pulling, safes with Durangos or Chargers, Dodge Chargers. We see them going up against airplanes and submarines, but going to space with duct tape is out of the realm of possibility. Listen, when you're watching a Fast and Furious movie, you got to know all of it is going to be wild. So just go in with the expectation that maybe we'll see aliens. Maybe the Avengers will show up in the next one. I don't know. But I'm here for all of it because I've already realized we've way long past reality. Like, we're in fantasy for sure. You got to treat verses like that. You don't know what people are going to do in verses, but you got to be prepared for everything. I do like that they did not allow what took place. They didn't bring any mention of it. They went out there. I feel like they were very professional as far as coming out. They did the back and forth, but that's what verses is. It is going to be a little sparring. But they did, for the most part, just continue with the songs. It wasn't a bunch of talking in between. They did thank the crowd a couple times, thank Swiss and Tim as they should. They were respectful in that regard. Amarion, I thought, and this is the thing, you're in LA. I thought for sure we would have got some guests. Now, Janae's from LA. Janae is my girl. I am high on the Janae train, right? Maya is the all-time for me. Janae is like right up there. And I'm like, okay, obviously we got to do we got to eat the booty like groceries, right? Shout out to that. But I'm like, we're in LA. She's from LA. We're probably going to get her to come out, or hopefully she comes out. She doesn't come out. When the DJ was like, look, man, nobody knows your verse. I only play the Janae verse. I can't even front. I really only know Janae's part too. So I can't even be mad at that assessment. But I wish he would have brought her out. He mentioned Summer Walker. So when he mentioned Summer Walker and he's on the Summer Walker CD, I did do a review of that. It is a very fire CD. So feel free to check that review out as well. But when he does the Summer Walker, I was like, oh, cool, Summer Walker's coming out. But then he just does his part. So I feel like sometimes with verses, part of the thing with verses, being able to get these acts to come, it should really feel like a concert. You know what I mean? So I really would have liked that. He did bring out Jeremiah, which was bad. I don't even want to lie and say it wasn't. It was pretty bad. Like the vocals, Mario let us know it was bad too, but I didn't need Mario to tell me that it was pretty bad. And so, I don't know what happened there. I don't know if he couldn't hear himself. I don't know if that's how he normally sounds. He didn't really sound like anything like he sounds when he sings, so that was a little off. Tank sounded great, but we know Tank was going to sound great. So shout out to that. That was pretty good. I didn't know the Mario records. So like, I know the big ones, definitely I know the big ones, but I don't know as much as Mario's catalog as I know Amarion. So for me, it was a history lesson kind of learning Mario's catalog. but it was really good. So while I didn't know the catalog, it'll make me probably want to go back and play it, or play it with Kristen when, you know, we hanging out or riding together and stuff like that. I know for her, she's a Mario lady. Like, Amarion's not necessarily her cup of tea. She may rock with a song or two, but you know, the Mario records come on and Kristen is with it. And for me, I rock with the Amarion joint. So there was that. Again, the band. So I thought for sure we were getting like a Roots type of experience and vibe, because both sides had bands, but it looked like the DJs strictly played the album record. So I was like, well, what was the point of the band? Did they say they were gonna have a band? The band wasn't able to make it. What happened? I would have really liked some of these songs to really have a live instrumentation to it. I feel it would have given us a whole different vibe and energy. At one point, it felt like I thought I saw a guy with a guitar sitting off to the side, but I didn't really see, the camera never panned to like a band per se. And it felt like the music was really coming from like the 2-track as opposed to like live instrumentation. If I'm wrong in that, please let me know, but I didn't see anything that led me to believe that there was a live band really doing it, which I would have loved. What else do I have notes wise? I already mentioned the watermelon part was wild. The dancers Amarion had, obviously he was going to have dancers. Like, there's no way Amarion was going to do the show and not have dancers. I did feel both of these guys, which I was very happy of, looked like they were touring already, or they perform regularly. Their sets didn't look out of place. On both sides, the things that they did really looked and felt like they made it, just came off tour and said, okay, let me go ahead and do this. And so I like that. It shows that they're still sharp in what they're doing. But that's about it. I was looking at my notes. That's about it. Like I said, Mario sounded great. I think Amarion to me still had the better records. Mario had a couple records I thought were better, but overall I felt like Amarion still had the better records. But obviously I don't think he sings better than Mario. I just think overall context of what he brings to the table, I do enjoy more. I was really hoping, I wasn't sure if he would do the Bria's interlude thing, which is an all-time favorite from me on the Drake CD, which I did mention. But then when the Ross record came out, I didn't think he was going to do the Ross record. So I was very happy to see the Ross record. Though it would have been nice to get Ross. It's in LA, you want to get more of these features, but hey, you know, sometimes people are busy, it doesn't happen. But that's it, man. That's all I had. You guys let me know, what did you think of the Verzuz? Was it worth, did you even stay up for it? I was talking to E and Dom, who have their channel, E's Place, and they were like, look, man, they tapped out like 5 songs into it. I think 5-6 songs into it. They were like, look, man, we can't stay up for this. And I completely understand, because I'm tired now. I'm about to edit this, put this up, and go to bed. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. Hopefully you guys appreciate what I tried to do for this video, because it is super late. Hopefully we don't get these verses where it's like this. I wish they made it on a weekend, but hey, what can you do? But you guys let me know, what did you think of the verses? How did you like it? As always, I hope you guys have a wonderful, blessed, productive, stress-free day, weekday, weekend, whenever you're listening, however you're listening. I thank you for listening. Till next time. I do want to say, so this is new, but this is the outro. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I thank you guys for sticking out to the end of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Stick around for some of the other content that you see up right now. As always, I hope you guys have a wonderful, blessed, productive, stress-free day. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post bell notifications so that way you don't miss any of this amazing content. Share, share, share.